come at him and almost want him to give them beats without regard to his time, energy.
Come back. You should not have come back.
Yes, yes, yes. We are here. We are now. We are alive and alive on another kind of gloomy day outside. But that's actually my kind of day. Thank you all for joining me for another Baron Von Jedi Sci-Fi to Muay Thai. My name is Baron Von Jedi. If you haven't guessed that yet. We are here. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of people to talk to. It looks like my my bitrate is dog shit right now. I don't know quite what's going on. If I don't know. OBS says we're good. Twitch says we're dog shit. We're just gonna keep going like we're going. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be talking to who are we talking to today? We're gonna be talking to Demo, who has had a couple fights recently. He has also recently left Raw. Everybody knows that Demo was with Raw for a long time, and he's not anymore. He's with a new camp, and that is something that we can talk about. We'll also be talking to Darksouls. If you don't know who Darksouls is, you will. You will by this time tomorrow, I guess, or whatever. We'll also be talking to Tt-Chuteboxe. Shootbox is.
You should not have come back.
Oh shit! Another follow. Is my shit on Wi-Fi? No, I'm on Ethernet, boy. Yeah, what is going on with my bitrate? It is wild right now. Yeah, hey, Nina, Mudkips, Lucky, UFC personalities, I see all your follows, thank you so much. Let me just get through this real quick. Darksouls, you'll be meeting him, if you didn't get a chance to listen to him commentate on the first SBC card, so you will get a chance to meet him, and then we'll be talking to Shootbox. Shootbox is a holder within the UFE. He'll come on, he'll kind of tell us a little bit about the UFE, a little bit about himself, so that will be super cool. We also have B3 Mud coming on at some point today. He has a little bit of drama going on in the GFC with MBK Chino. And then, yeah, oh, okay, CX, Echo. Okay, hold on. I don't know whether it would be Echo. Maybe refresh. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Dude, what echo are you guys talking about? You guys are freaking me out, man. I don't like any kind of echo. I didn't fucking... Hold on. I don't have, like, any kind of, like, filter thing for echo. Are you guys for real? Are you for real? Stop. It's not. I don't have a filter. I mean, I do on Streamlabs OBS, but not on regular OBS. So, I mean, okay, here, watch. We'll open a filter. Yeah, there was an echo. Should we just go? Can we just ignore that? Can we just ignore what just happened? Let's not acknowledge that. Am I lagging? Is this okay? Are we okay? Is everyone, am I coming through? I swear I'm not on Wi-Fi. Like, I don't know. I'm using it. Whatever. Anyway, listen, hey, first of all, thank you all, for the recent follows. We are 9 follows away from 100. We are trying to get that 100 follow goal, so, not like it really matters. But anyway, yeah, so haven't got through all of what we're talking about today. Yeah, B3 Mud has some stuff to talk about for his. He's basically petitioning for a fight with MVK Chino, but there's more drama to it than what has been produced at surface level, and maybe he'll get a little bit into that today. We'll be announcing breaking news SBC 2 fight card. So that's going to be fun. If you don't know what that is Swaggy Dr. Kush Boxing Club. So he has a fight night, Xbox only boxing club that it's just kind of for fun. But it's, as somebody who commentates for it and competes in it, Swaggy has got some of the best reactions to these fights, especially when there's trash talking and there's beef and whatever. Like it's a lot of fun. We were trying to talk to Big Dink Zink. If you don't know who Big Dink Zink is, he is he goes by Commissioner, I believe. But he runs the ZFC. ZFC is a little bit of a newer league. I think it's on All Created Fighter League. That is not going to happen today, unfortunately. He was supposed to be here, but that did not happen. So that's okay. We got our people that we're going to be talking to. We got some other stuff to talk about. PT103 just happened yesterday. OFC 34. I had an opportunity to not only commentate for it, but I had an opportunity to also work on a promo for that for MK Dave's fight, which I will show you guys at some point. Anyway, with that said, how is everybody? How are you all? Is everybody good? Is everybody here? Oh, one more thing, real quick. Hold on, sorry. We have merch. All right, so now if you hit exclamation point merch in chat, all right, you will be able to go to my Stream Elements store and buy some merch, like this fucking excellent mug right here with my face on it. All right, so that's pretty fucking great. Okay, listen, it's not a tremendous deal, but it's kind of a tremendous deal. And oh fuck, god damn it, it didn't show. Sorry, I was like watching Twitch. Like, hold on, is this gonna? Come on, you're really not gonna? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, wait. Let me just turn the green screen off real quick. Okay. All right. So this is the mug. All right. Now you can see my face is on it. Okay. And then, but we're not just stopping there, baby. We got T-shirts too, baby. Woo! Woo! Paramount Jedi, Sci-Fi and Muay Thai with my fucking mug on it, alright? You can also get a mug with my mug. Alright, you can get a mug with my mug. So go to the store, buy a mug with my mug, and it's gonna be all fucking gravy, okay? That is yeah, so that's that. Hey Black Love, hello Swaggy, hello everybody. I appreciate you all stopping in. I'm having a hard time getting my green screen back on. Moves. It always moves. It moves on this list of this camera app that I use. Anyway, gonna enjoy some black coffee on this beautiful what I consider beautiful morning. It is muggy out, dude. It is nasty out. But anyway, we will be talking to Demo shortly. Sorry, just reading some chat. Anyway, yeah, we'll be talking to Demo in just a moment. We'll be bringing him on the show to talk a little bit about some of his past fights, his fight with PT last night, just some of the workings that he's got going on, and yeah, like his the new camp that he's with, all of that jazz. So, you give me just a moment. We will be right back. All right, and we are back. We have Demo here now formerly known as Raw Demo, currently known as What Remains of Demo. Demo, how are you today, my friend?
How is that doing?
Too bad, not too bad. Excellent. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Anything for you, Baron?
Man, you're the man. So Demo, why don't you give us a little idea about just about yourself, and then kind of like what you've been up to lately, because we spoke about this a little bit before, but you've kind of got a lot of hands and a lot of pots right now. So when you tell people just a little bit about yourself, kind of who you are and what you do.
Let me think here. One second. I'm just helping somebody out on a game there. But yes. So I was with Raw for a bit. I chose to leave and join WR. Great camp, great bunch of guys. I'm enjoying myself. I also am a co-owner of a league called Apex MMA, which is just as of recently been partnered with OFC. I have been since yesterday and a few days ago. I've made a decision to start lightening my load because I just have my hands in too many pots, so I could focus on the league I'm running. I also do comms actually for OFC as well, and basically my gameplay is definitely fallen down a bit. Just
You feel like that?
That's what I feel like. I just got my hands in way too many pots, and it started happening probably within the last week and a half, where I've been my performances just aren't what they should be. Like halfway through the fight, it's perfect, and then all of a sudden, it's not. So it's just.
Do you feel like that's indicative of you just being too busy, or do you think that might have something to do with the camp switch?
No, I don't believe it has anything to do with the camp switch, to tell you the truth. Not at all. It's definitely indicative to the extra work that I've put on myself. So less time to prepare. For instance, my PT fight, I just pretty much prepared 30 minutes before that. Didn't know who the opponent was. I was just too busy to do much. I wasn't a mod for MFL. I am no longer that. Needed to lighten the load. So, yeah.
Do you?
So I'm even.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
You're a top competitor amongst a lot of these guys that compete in different leagues, whether it be PT or OFC or whatever. One of your fights from PT, really not all that long ago. What was it? Just 2 weeks ago, I think, was against CV, who was arguably, one of the top guy, like if not the top guy, probably next to Smudger, Badinator. But you know, sorry, I'm trying to read something here real quick. But you said that you feel like your performances have started to take a little bit of a dive. Are you the type of guy to go back and you said that you didn't really know who you were fighting. Are you one of these type of guys that likes to go back and like look over tape and study with your camp about who you're fighting next?
Our camp is really good at that. So I don't personally do it. One of the campmates has taken the role of doing that. He's been around for a while. It's John Africa. He's great, honestly. The support that they're all there, it's great, and it may appear that the performances may have started to hinder around the time of the join of the camp, but it was a little bit after the join due to the fact that I just had my hands in so many pots. So within probably about 2 weeks of me joining the camp, like my game has evolved. My stand-up is getting better. I was able to stand with CV for 3 rounds and make it a pretty close fight. So it wasn't an easy path either to get to where I was up to PT. Like I went through a gauntlet of guys that were, top-notch guys. So to take the CV loss didn't take it hard at all.
Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, as it shouldn't. I mean, it was a technical warfare between you and CV, and CV. It looked like he just kind of stepped up the gas a little bit in the second round, and you did get the takedown at the end of the third, but it just there wasn't enough stamina to really do much with, and the fight ended with 30-27. But so it is what it is. You just had your fight with Jinja, and that didn't really go your way, unfortunately. You've got some serious guys though in what remains. Why don't you tell us about a little bit more about your camp and like who's in it? 'Cause you got guys like John Atfield, like you mentioned. You got guys like Buck. Like that's a crazy that's a crazy addition to the camp, especially a new one.
Yeah, they're all kind of like really good at a different aspects of the game. And since Buck has joined the WR, like he wasn't much. He could strike, but he wasn't much of a striker. So now he's could be seen as a striker. He just actually fought CV yesterday, and he took home the W.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of that fight, he didn't shoot. Sat there. And,
I think most people were wondering when he was going to look to wrestle or to go to the ground, and when he just kind of boxed with CV the whole time, I was like, wait, who is this dude?
that's what I'm saying. Like it's an incredible camp, man. It's they got versatile there. He's top notch. He's a great cornerman. Same with John Africa, very intellectual, smart. The way he dissects gameplay and makes game plans for all the fighters, it's really, it's like a family, dude. Like it's I've been in other camps before, of course. And I'm not gonna say there wasn't any good people in the other camps I was in. There was a lot of good people, but the dedication and care and the detail that is being put into me personally, and so when I'm fighting, the entire camps like huddled around, cheering me on, supporting me. So that's pretty good. It's a good feeling. It's what I look for in a camp, really. That's what when I ever thought about joining a camp, that's kind of what I was going for.
So you mentioned that Versatile has like this very analytical approach to game planning.
That's John.
Yeah. What's that?
John Africa. He's the one that makes the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is he like your main camp coach? For camp?
Well, of course, like we all have lives outside of this. So if John's not there, but the game plan will be made. So whoever is there to corner will be going on that game plan, flat out. So yeah, he's that guy for the camp. Versus like how would you put it? Like the drill sergeant, almost, not really quite, but like he's the one like not afraid to tell you what you need to do, what you're messing up, and so on and so forth. And he always takes his time. Verse takes a lot of time to spar and help everybody else improve along with himself. So the whole camp are interested in helping each other grow. We actually kind of picked up a few unknown soon to be superstars, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool in itself.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see.
they'll definitely be interested to say, are these cats fighting in PT yet on the unaired?
No, nobody knows these guys. One has started up actually in my league, the Apex MMA.
Okay.
Yeah, so he fought, I forget who, but he actually stepped in for the main event when the other guy couldn't for me. And the dude's good. He beat me, right? Like I made a few mistakes and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, man, the kid kept up with me and he got the W, and I was pretty proud of him.
Gotcha.
It was, yeah.
So, we got a chance to see you against Jinjo yesterday at PT103. What are your thoughts about that fight in particular?
Well, like all in all, man, good on Ginger. I had no idea what he could do, what was up. I would say like the worst part about like the prelims on prime time would be, or let's say unaired in GFC, is the 4-star fighters. So they pick your weight class. They tell you, here you go. Somebody gets to pick first, and then if you're the guy left, that's half the time. There's not really much you can do. And when at this level, man, a fighter pick could make or break you at times, you know? You only use time when a fighter pick won't matter is when the skill level is so vastly different.
Yeah.
He had Poirier, I had Sadiq Yusuf. I don't use Sadiq Yusuf, but I just gave it a go. And you know what? You show up, win, lose, or draw. And this time it was a loss, and I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna take a step back a bit from competing myself.
Raw, I don't know if you happen to be watching the stream, but I have the fight up now, and I remember the picks, and I remember that you had picks of Yusuf, and I thought to myself, okay, like that's really not a terrible pick against a Dustin Poirier at featherweight. So I like Sadiq Yusuf in the game. He's got the head movement perk, so he can move out of the way a little bit easier. Which would be perfect against Dustin Poirier because he's going to want to box, right? Saw that you went for the grappling and went for the takedowns. I feel like if you probably had a little bit more success on the feet, it would have been it still could have been yours. You say that you're just really busy. It's good to hear that you're trying to scale back though. What was taking him down part of the game plan, or was that something that you had to think of on the spot?
Just give me 1 second here to fix my headset.
Oh,
One second, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. Oh shit! Hey, listen. Shout out to Fatinator on Twitter. Fatinator just followed me. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, cat.
You should not have come back.
Berkeley999. Thank you for the follow, brother or sister.
Sorry about that. A phone call came in.
Oh, you're good, man. No worries.
All right.
So yeah, like I was saying, like we saw you go for the takedowns and look to use grappling with Sadiq Yusuf, which I think most kind of thought was like, is this like a panic takedown type situation? Like, was that the game plan? Was to take Ginger down?
Honestly, without the time to be prepared, like in this game, like for me personally, I like to be very confident when I go in. So if I go out and I start practicing and I don't feel like I'm on that day. So there's days where I'm just, honestly, I can't miss anything. Just nothing can go wrong. And then there's other days where, you got to kind of work through it. And then other days you just, doesn't matter who you're going to fight, you're going to lose kind of thing. Yesterday wasn't one of the worst days, but it wasn't definitely the best day. So, I understand that, like, my grappling is a pretty strong point to my game, but I do have striking as I showcased against CV. And even after the performance against CV, I lost confidence somewhere along the line. Probably, I don't know. So I kind of just didn't lost faith in my hands. I need to remember to keep that faith in my hands in order to, if I need the takedown, take it. But that takedown was sick, actually. Like, I haven't, that was a sick takedown.
So, all right. So let's, I think it's no, what do you call, no surprise, no, yeah, I guess it comes as no surprise that, at the end of the day, you're still going to be competing one way or another. So, let's segue away from, recent losses. Let's talk a little bit more about your partnership with Apex, because this has actually been a rebranding, I believe,
Correct.
of East Side's league. So tell us a little bit about your partnership with him, and how you're involved, things like that.
All right. So how it started was Eastside had UE. What was it yet? No, yeah, UEFC.
Yeah.
He didn't have much help around there, and I had a Facebook league at the time. So we ended up meeting up, and he just said he needed help, and I'm like, well, I wanted to move the league to Facebook, so we kind of merged that. Then we merged off with a CAF league, and then I kind of took care of the CAF league, but they were connected anyways. So I would obviously help him over there. He would help me over here, and then we felt we should drop the one because it was just too much for the both of us to do, especially with me actively competing in all the leagues that I did compete, plus him wanting to compete because he loves the game, he loves UFC, but he's learning at this point, but he's very eager.
He's had a couple fights in Lionheart, and I don't know if he uses legacy ground controls, but you can tell, like, on the feet, like he really needs a lot of help if he wants to compete, and that's not even like a slight at him. Like,
Nope.
if he wants to compete, like, that's awesome. Like, I encourage it. But he needs a lot of coaching.
Agreed. And he was on, I think it was OFC yesterday. He made a good account of himself in consideration of what we would have seen in the past of him in striking. He's grown a lot in such a short period of time. So I'm sure there's gonna be more to come, but we actually saw his grappling HUD on Legacy. It's kind of funny. I'm trying to message him in between the round, like, "Yo, bro, take that off because that's not helpful."
Yeah.
But all in all, man, he's getting there for sure. Like, he rocked his opponent, and his opponent was no joke. Like, it's like, and I tell him these leagues like the OFC, Prime Time, GFC, they're that's serious competition, right? You don't sign up for that without having some confidence.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that he probably, maybe stick to the smaller ones right now until you get your footing, because if he's growing at the rate that he's growing at right now, it won't be long before he's hitting PT. He just has to make sure he comes correct, because it's like my first fight in PT was Vuk.
Oh God, really? Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. They said, let's just get rid of this demo guy now. Good Lord.
That's what it seemed like. It was an unaired card too at that. Like, there's no fights there. So I happened to take that by a split decision. A solid fight though. Very solid, very competitive. And then the next fight was STK Reaper, in which I dispatched up within like 2.5 minutes, and he's a good player. He's very good. And then the next one was MK Dave, which he's a beast, man. Like, honestly, he just beat Swab Jamie, I think it was. Not Swab Jamie. Yeah, it was Swab Jamie in a tournament. Like, and that was the week after I fought him. So like, there was no easy fights for me. I go up to fight CV. I take a loss, which, you know, the first round would be debatable. I think I won that first round. But either way, though, it doesn't matter. The results are the same. And CV is a hell of a competitor, man. His patience is next level.
Yeah.
He's just, yeah. So it was more or less the spotlight on that one, because with a win on CV, I would have got the title shot. And personally, though, I'm glad I didn't beat him, because I don't think I'm even ready for that level yet. There's a different level between like the top 5 of PT and then the rest. There's just levels to it. So I'm pulling back in order to raise that level.
Okay.
And when I come back, they won't know what they're seeing. They don't know what they're coming with. If they're going to be looking at old demo tapes, bud, they're going to be misled. So I'm looking forward to reinventing myself.
I love it. So I imagine that, you know, you're not going to be leaving PT. Like, you're still going to be competing there. Is there any other places that we can confirm that that What Remains of Demo will be competing in?
Well, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to take this time to kind of grow. But I already have like
You should
prior
never come back.
commitments to a tournament. It was a co-promotion tournament that Shootbox and ECA and OFC are doing. So
You should
I'm going to
not
need to
come
fulfill
back.
that commitment. And after that, I'll have another week. So probably see me in prime time 2-3 weeks.
Okay, all right. So you're
Yeah.
gonna take a little time off, you know, really focus on the game, you know, get that confidence back, and then we'll see you back at PT. So that's great, man. Demo
Yeah.
is I appreciate you coming on. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Is there anything else that you want to tell? Why don't you plug people for your socials or your Twitch or, you know, whatever you like?
Honestly, I don't have many socials, but I definitely want to plug that Apex MMA and OFC.
Gotcha. You should if you're in the Twitch chat, why don't you drop the Discord link?
Will do. You got it.
Awesome. All
Thanks very
right.
much.
Apex, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you so much, brother.
You take care, bro.
You as
Happy to be
well.
here.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That was your man, What Remains, no longer Raw, but What Remains of Demo, WR Demo. Gotta love that guy. There we go. Who, somebody timed out Black Love? Did somebody time out Black Love? Did that really just happen? Why would that happen? I can't check my phone, Spartan Man. My phone is my camera, so I can't check my phone. I'll have to check my phone in about an hour or so when the show ends. Anyway, I believe in just a moment, we're going to try to reach, B3 Mud and, see if he is available. We were also trying to get MBK. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Sorry about that. I was trying to get MBK Chino on, to tell his part, but that's not gonna happen. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Goddamn fucking Nightbot. God damn it. Demo. Oh man, Demo, it looks like I just set you up for failure. Demo, send me the Discord link and I will put it in. Fuck this Nightbot. How do I kill Nightbot? Somebody tell me how I kill a Nightbot. How do I kill it? Can I kill it in chat? How do I turn Nightbot off? This. God damn it. Somebody with some Twitch know-how. I don't know how to do shit, man. No, Nightbot is not immortal. Yes, one does kill Nightbot. I will be the one to kill Nightbot. I'll fucking slay that thing. Okay, anyway, listen. There we go. Okay, so, Demo just gave me the link. let's see. Nightbot, say fucking ban me, Nightbot. Fuck you, Nightbot. Ban me, Nightbot. Fucking bitch. How do I untime out Demo? How do I get him from not being timed out? How do I do that? Delete it. Dude, this is taking up so much unnecessary time. GP, where's GP? I need GP in here. Or I need some more mods. I need some more mods. Somebody be a mod to help me out with this shit. Dude. No, dude. Manage moderation settings? Dude, I don't have time for this, man. I just fucking... How do I make PSN a mod? I will, I just don't know how. How do I do that? How do I add moderators? Moderation. This is so annoying, dude. This is so fucking, I hope understandably annoying. Because this is fucking... Oh, okay, alright, okay, cool. Thank you, mod. PSN 2020. There we go. Alright, PSN, help me out, my guy. PSN, help me out, my guy. Fuck this Nightbot thing up, alright? Please. Fucking PSN, you're my mod. You're my mod. Alright, cool. Alright, so listen, while PSN can help me out with that, we are gonna get B3, B3 Mud on. We're gonna go ahead and call him now. We're not even gonna like transition to him. I'm just gonna fucking straight up just call this man just like this. Alright, and, let's see, hold on, just,
Hello?
hey, B3 Mud, how are you, my friend?
What's up?
How's it going? So, B3 Mud, before we get into it, sorry, just trying to, there we go. Okay, so, B3 Mud, I appreciate you coming on the show today. There was, a little bit of back and forth between, you and MBK Chino, last night. Now, I'm going to take a moment because I actually took a picture of this and like a little exchange that you guys were having today. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. I don't know if you can see. Whoops. I don't know if you can see the stream, but the picture that I took at the time was you said win or lose, still up on you. You still known as a bitch in the community because you don't pay wagers, no pressure on me. Up on you in comp, up on you in wager fights, up on you in sets, up on you anywhere, anytime. He hits you with the Mike Tyson just staring you down gif, and then he says, please don't rage quit. You say, come on Chino, let's make it loser leaves GFC for life. Which I thought that's an interesting jail stunning technique. Fucking if you lose, you leave the division. If I lose, I leave the UFC forever. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? I mean, first of all, like why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, Mud, because you're in a highly respected camp in B3. So despite what the records here are in GFC, you're still in a really respected camp. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I won't even say I'm really like this camp is the first place that really like respected me and took me in. Before that, I wasn't really in any camp. No camp would take me. They said I wasn't good enough, but I kind of proved that in my GFC career last season. I went what was it? 3-0, like fighting former champions. I fought Hoo Hoo, TT Hoo Hoo. I fought Raw Matrix. I fought MK Smoke, and my only loss last season was to CV. So I really didn't get my respect, I think, until last season in GFC. This season I had a really rough start. I lost my fight to Raw Slasher, uh, by decision, and then in my second fight, I got a no contest. I was up 2 rounds. In the third round, I was about to finish him. Raw Baron. I was about to finish Raw Baron, and I lagged out. It started raining real bad in Florida, and it
Mm.
knocked my Wi-Fi out, so I got a no contest.
Listen, brother, I grew up in Florida, so I know all about that kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible, but um, but I wasn't really respected in the community because I'm still fairly new, like compared to other people. When I first got into the community, I joined ECA. I won one fight and then lost like 10 fights in a row. It was bad. Like I was losing everywhere. And I still think I have that stigma of being a bad player, even though I feel like I've improved a lot and I've showed my improvements in the opponents I fought and beat. But B3, I'm a trial member, but they treat me like I'm a real member. They train with me for my fights, so it's really
Okay.
nice to have like a camp that I can consider like home.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so you're on what would be considered like a probationary period.
I wouldn't know. I don't know exactly what it is. They kind of like brought in 4 members, and they said like, "Hey, these guys are trial members, and they've never like had like a little trial member system before." So, um, I don't know what it entails. Like, I don't know how it works, but um, one of the trial members already got. I'm not gonna speak on it, but they already got rid of one of the trial members. So
Really?
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, they said he
So,
wasn't a right fit for the camp. I'm not gonna say who or
yeah.
exactly.
That's fine. But I mean, and how many other trial members were there other than you and this guy?
Uh, 2 more.
Two more. Okay. So, all right. So, hey, listen, you already beat out one. You got two more to go through, and you'll be all right. So,
uh,
why don't you tell us a little bit about this beef between you and MBK Chino? Because from what I've shown with the picture that I took, it doesn't look like that's all there is. Now, despite what you told me earlier last night, it sounds like this has been going on for a minute. So why don't you tell us about that?
I think it started way back in December of last year. Um, Me and him, we had a little wager, right? We no, this is how it started. We had a GFC fight. It was an aired fight. He was Leon Edwards, I was Gilbert Burns, and he was just cheesing me hard that fight. And he put me in the back sitting rear naked choke,
Mm,
which isn't allowed, and I let him choke me out off of it. I didn't even move my stick because he was winning. I'm not even gonna lie, he was winning that fight. So I was like, I'm just gonna let him tap me out. If he wants to tap me out, I'll take my DQ win, and that's what happened.
mm.
He considers that a win for him, even though the records say I won. So after that, me and him were arguing a lot. It got personal, man. We both got personal. He mentioned my dead dad. I made like your mom jokes at him. I don't think it's the same. Other people do, so that's
So,
I'm just gonna put
but
that out there.
yeah, before we gloss over that, you said that you made, a couple of your mom jokes, which, I mean, if we broke it down to what it is, that's very, not taking a stab at you, but in the grand schemes of like how insulting it is, we're talking about like elementary school, type of insults, like not really that big of a deal. But you said that he was, you know, poking and prodding at the idea of your deceased father, like that's real. That sounds kind of scummy.
Yeah, well, this is how it started. I can here in a little bit maybe I can try and find the old screenshot, but this is how it started. He said, he replied to me saying like, "Oh, I'm
You
at your
should
girl's
not have
house." I
come back.
replied saying, "I'm at your mom's house," right? Just fucking around. And then he said, "Where's your dad at?" Like,
Mm.
ooh, that made me mad. That made me mad.
Was he aware of uh
Yeah.
He was.
Everyone in the community knew. Cause way back when I first started playing, my dad had died, and I like kind of let ECA know and said I'd be taking a break. So it was pretty known in the community, and I mean, you don't just say where's your dad at, like that's not something you would say if you know what I'm saying? Like you would
Yeah.
have to know. And
So,
yeah.
this is something that I've only become aware of in GFC. But is this, I know you're in other leagues. I know that he's in other leagues. Like, is this something that kind of follows you around to these other leagues? Like, are you trying to find a fight with this guy in different leagues as well?
Um, I don't want to fight him per se. Like, I don't mind fighting him. I don't think he presents problems to me, but I mainly just want to let people know that he's, scammed me out of $50 in a wager, and and that's another thing that we could talk about too is that wager. That's where all of my issues with him come from. If he paid up my $50, I wouldn't talk to him no more, but I wouldn't like talk about him either, you know?
Hmm.
Like
So, I mean, this, it's it sounds like this isn't even really about the comments about, about your father. This is more just the fact that he just didn't pay you.
it's a combination of things. And so this wager happened, we did a set. Um we did a best of 5. I beat him 3-0. And like I said before, I had the stigma going around where everyone thought I was dog shit, but I've been improving, so I had that stigma that I was dog shit, even though I was improving.
Hmm.
And people thought that I had GOAT of MMA on my account. Me and him are really close friends. I've never did that. I had to prove every time I did a league fight and won, I would like prove it was me. I would like take a picture with it like on the fight on my TV that it was me actually fighting. So they couldn't say GOAT was on my account. It was really annoying and really disheartening to compete with every time I win a fight. Oh, you had GOAT on your account. No, I didn't. And now I don't have to deal with that. They kind of know that Goat doesn't play for me, but he thought Goat played for me in that wager. Um, Even his own campmates was like, "No, that's not how Goat plays." Because at that time, Goat was way better than me. You could tell if he was playing for me, right?
Hmm.
And so he tried to use that as an excuse to not pay the wager. I just think he didn't want to. He wasn't going to pay it regardless. But
Yeah, I mean that can definitely be that can definitely be the case. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Black Love is saying to remove the phone verification from chat. I don't know how to do that. Hopefully PSN can. Anyway, uh, yeah, I mean, well, okay, so, uh, at the end of the day, you still, like, at least what captured me about this was the challenge for one more fight, to leave the GFC forever, which I thought was hilarious, because like I said, it's a classic jail Sonnen move. Um, is that, is that something that you want to do? Is that something that you want to follow through and commit to?
well, we're fighting actually today at noon. The event starts. We're fighting in GFC. It'll be our third GFC fight, and um, I'm just trying to, you know, I just don't want him, in the server. I don't think he's good at all. I don't think he brings anything to the server. He's a little rat. He's not even really that good at the game either. So, I would love to beat him up and make him not be allowed back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame that we weren't able to get him on the podcast today, because you were actually the one that told me that you wanted him on the podcast so that he could tell his own story, his own side of the story.
Yeah, I mean, there's two sides to every story.
Oh, it's just the UFC 4 community continues to surprise me every time I interact with somebody new, because that's a very mature way of of going about something that you have a personal issue and beef with. You know what I mean? So to say, hey, give the guy that I'm beefing with a platform as well so he can tell his side. That's you wouldn't expect that from you know anybody in the UFC 4 community without having been involved.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But I just like I said, it's two sides of every story, and I would love to have him on here, his side. Maybe we can find a common ground. Maybe I could get my $50. I don't know, but there's still more to the story. We fought second time in GFC. We fought unaired, and in this unaired fight, I beat him badly. I dominated him round 1, 10-8, and knocked him out round 2.
Mm.
Like in the first, it was as soon as the round began. He was Henry Cejudo, I was TJ Dillashaw, and first round I just wrestled him the whole time, elbowing him with side control. He couldn't do anything. Soon as the second round began, I crane kicked him and knocked him out.
Damn.
He went to go like shoot a takedown, and it was
Whoa.
crazy. I was so mad that was an unaired fight, but and GFC tried to make the trilogy fight last season, and this was when I was like really good at my peak. It was on the main card. We had made the picks and everything, and the day before he had pulled out, and I ended up having to fight Smokey, and I ended up beating Smokey. Who's a way better fighter than Chino was. So I'm confident if Chino had showed up, I would have ran through him.
Well, you said that you've got another fight with Chino here today, so hopefully he shows up. Whether the agreement to leave the GFC has been taken or not. I think just with the beef and the build up behind it, that'll be an interesting fight to watch. Where on the card is that fight happening?
Now we're the third card in. The event starts at noon. It's on GFC and their Twitch, so it's gonna be pretty hype.
Gotcha. Mud, do you have anything else for the people? I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I appreciate you coming on the show and kind of, letting the people know like what's going on. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, this has got to be good. And then when you told me what, how personal it was, I was like, oh wow, okay, that's kind of dark. So is there anything else that you want to let the people know about before I let you go?
Yeah, just check out GFC, man. If you want to watch this fight, if you're interested in it from what I sold you, check it out. It's probably one of besides Primetime, I would say it's one of the like top leagues. It's very new compared to these other leagues. But I mean it has really good fights, really good fighters, and the production is high quality. Check it out. And yeah, come tune in, it'll be fun today.
Yeah, very good. Well, I know Matrix was talking to me yesterday about trying to commentate for the GFC, which I would love to do. I know that GFC is just as much respected as the OFC and the ECA and Prime Time and all that. So, P3 Mud, thank you again for coming on the show. Good luck to your fight today, and yeah, man, thanks
Yeah,
again.
thank you for having me. Bye.
All right, take it easy. All right, everybody, and that was B3 Mud. Still in his technically probationary period for B3, but it sounds like they like him. It sounds like he's gonna stick around, and he's only getting better. And as far as his beef with Chino, I agree. I would have loved to have gotten Chino on and talked to him. But he never responded, so not much I can really do about that, right? Anyway, hey, it's you and me. How's ATV? Can he talk yet? As he probably just turned the stream off. Oh fuck, I got muted. Fuck this. Fucking guy muted me. It's all ATV. Anyway, we will let's see. Who should we get? Um Buddy says the audio is sounding flat. Am I sounding flat to anybody else? Do I sound flat? Am I Alright, so listen, we are going to get, Swaggy says, fuck does sound flat mean? I don't know. I think it was my buddy who like DM'd me. You need to do this on your end to remove two. Oh, both creators and mods. But dashboard settings, moderation mods, moderation settings. What? Moderation settings. What? What? Chat verification? I thought I just had it on email only. Oh, phone number okay, there you go. So that's I think that's it. I think I just turned it off. Ben, when you get off stream, PSN will help you set up your stream. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Ben trying to stop every troll. Hey, ATB's in chat now. He's free. We did it. Woo! Woo! Yeah, we did it! Alright, hell yeah! Alright. Yeah, PSN, you are a fucking goated mod, dude. Thank you for your help. Nah, dude, PSN, you're welcome here, brother. You are welcome here. You are the goated mod. Sorry, kid. Got my cat here. He just, like, looked up at me and he's like, you're a fucking asshole. I want my cat. Shut up. You're trying to sleep. Alright, anyway. We are going to be bringing Darksouls onto the podcast now. Yeah, he. Some of you are going to love him. Some of you are going to hate him. I personally love him, but you are all going to see why as soon as I get him on here. So yeah, let's go ahead and call Darksouls now. I asked if he was ready, and he said yes, he was. And here he is, Darksouls. Darksouls, thank you so much for coming on to the show today. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. Up a little bit early for my needs, but you know.
You're okay.
You in
man.
your central time.
You're okay, man. What time is it over there? It's like 11 p.m.
It's like 11 a.m.
11 a.m., dude. Come on, and you're calling it early. I don't want to fucking hear it.
I'm on my computer early, man. I don't get on till the afternoon.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anyway, here, let me switch this over because I actually just like everybody's just looking at me. Here we go. Anyway, so Darksouls, I personally never, don't take this the wrong way, but I've never really heard of you up until Swaggy's boxing club. So and I imagine a lot of people probably feel that way. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who Darksouls is? Who are you, man?
Yeah, well, you know, I haven't really done the UFC 4 competitive scene. So back on UFC 3, I did do a few of the league fights. Nothing notable from, you know, the modern like UFE and all that. But after UFC 4 came out, I actually didn't have an Xbox for like a year into the game. So, you know, I just said, fuck it, I'll just stick to streaming, which is what I've been doing since about 2018. So, you know, I just like to hang out in the UFC community and play the game instead of trying to compete.
Gotcha.
Because I ain't all that good. So
yeah, I feel the same way. Like I enjoy the game, but I still struggle just to get to Division 15. So I'm not gonna try and sit here and compete with everybody. I'm way better at talking to people, and I'm way better at hosting a podcast than I am as a competitor. So I understand my place. I'm okay with that. Now this is. I feel like I'm not talking to Darksouls. I feel like I'm talking to a shell of Darksouls because anytime that I've ever either spoken to you or I've seen you speak in chat, you are the most aggro person I think I've ever come across. And I'm just curious, man, why? Why are you so aggro? You come off the most aggro.
I find it entertaining to talk the most shit. So I
It's
like to have
entertaining for
fun.
me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I laugh at it, and even when it's directed towards me, it's hilarious. I remember when we were doing Swaggy's boxing club, his first card, and I was just like sitting here listening to you, and I was like, Why is he so mad? Like, what's got him so mad?
No, I'm actually rarely ever angry. You know, I'll get frustrated after a few like straight losses when I play games, but I think a lot of people with a bit of a competitive side will. Most of what I do is just shit talk until somebody laughs, or if they do laugh hard enough, I continue shit talking
Yeah.
because clearly it's entertaining somebody. So
So I was I was planning on asking if you were thinking about being much of a competitor within the UFC 4 scene, but you kind of already answered that question. But you despite that, and still without having actually seen you play Fight Night Champion, you're marking yourself as somebody who is a competitor there, like somebody who is like like you're talking about being able to beat the shit out of Roger, as somebody who has played the game for the
well,
last 15 years.
in fairness, Roger's a bitch, so that ain't gonna be a problem. He's just gonna run and hide, and every time he tries to do that, I'm just gonna crack him with a fucking open shot. He has terrible fucking footwork, no head movement. Dude's just a fucking bum. So it's his fucking fault
Okay,
for
I
running
mean,
like a bitch against you.
hey,
He beat you in a decision I thought was robbery, so I got to step in there and avenge you just a little bit.
okay. Well, I guess we might actually even be able to do this now. Um, let's see. Let's go ahead and just, you know, get the breaking news going. Breaking news. We're going to go ahead and talk about Swaggy's next boxing club fight card, which has been revealed to me. Nobody else yet. You along with everybody else will be hearing about it for the first time. If I can just shut this music off, there we go. Let's see. Let me get this fight card going. So okay, so here we go. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 fights for the SBC2 card, which will be Sunday, July 23rd. Starting from the bottom going up, we're going to be seeing Lucky versus I believe a newer person in the Discord who goes by the name of Personalities or UFC Personalities, something like that. So we'll be seeing Lucky and Personalities going at it. Darksouls, I know that you have your thoughts on Lucky in Fight Night Champion. You want to share those thoughts?
Yeah, I still don't know who the fuck he is, so
That's so
impress
rude.
me, and then I'll give a shit.
So rude. Okay, we have next up after that, Green Tea, who I've personally never heard of, versus GP. I know that you have your thoughts about GP.
Oh man, dude, I've done so many fights with GP on UFC. The guy's an absolute competitor,
Mm.
down to the fucking core. Like he is very good, but at the same time, I dog walk him on fight night.
Oh,
So
gee,
you know,
gee.
I'd still pick him to win, but he's not on the same level as me in
Chill out.
boxing.
Chill out. Next up after that, we have HN versus Abdul. That will be an interesting fight because I don't I've seen these guys fight before in the UFC, not in fight night, so that'll be interesting. Following that will be TVE, who I recently beat in a one-off that I still don't think should have been counted towards the SBC, but we're going to do it anyway. So TVE will be fighting CX. Everybody knows who CX is. Team Swaggy team competitor. I think he's a coach over there too as well. And then capping off the main card will be you, Dark Souls. You will be fighting my buddy Spartan Man. All right, so that will be the people's main event. That will be an interesting one because Dark, I don't know how long you've been playing Fight Night Champion, but my buddy Spartan Man, he has been playing it a lot since it came out, so he has not stopped playing it. Every time we play UFC, I can, for the most part, beat his ass. But when we play Fight Night, he fucking stomps me. So
Well, I've never heard of the Spartan guy, so in my opinion, I'm gonna knock him out within 3 rounds. Fuck him.
3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll sit people down within 3. It's over.
Damn. Okay. Do you like to sit back on that sidestep spam, that backstep spam? Everybody loves that,
No.
right?
No, I like to come forward and beat the shit out of people until they crumble.
All right.
I will
So
consistently put that pressure on you until you break.
the co-main event will be will be Nina versus Big E. So
That's a fight we've been needing.
yeah,
We didn't get it last time. We gotta have it now.
Yep, we need that. And then the main event, PSN, my new mod, versus your boy. That's right, PSN versus me will be the main event. And that's a little worrying because I don't want to have to fight my mod. The guy that I just modded. So
That's difficult for me because I know PSN's pretty good, and I know you're pretty good.
I am not pretty good.
So
I can put up a Fugazi that I'm good, but I am not good.
you're not particularly the best on offense, but you have a very solid defense. On the back foot, you're dangerous. I give you that.
I try.
You know, you absolutely shit on that TBE guy in your fight. You know, it took you 3 rounds of going forward, and you said, "Oh, okay," and then let him come to you, and he just couldn't keep up.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a history. But before I get into that, we are currently running ads, so I guess it doesn't matter if I say anything or not. But yeah, for anybody who can still hear me, or will be listening later, I have had a history with a gentleman by the name of TBE3075. He likes to come into a lot of different servers and just talk some trash, and you gotta humble some people sometimes. And I did it in UFC, in Lionheart's Discord server. I had to do it again in Fight Night Champion, in Swaggy's Boxing Club servers. So, this was just another example of having to calm this kid down and get him out of there. And he actually came back the next day and apologized and said it was a good fight. So, that's what you're aiming for. You want them to be humble. That's all.
I mean, he had his Izzy moment, and then he realized he can't do that. So
That's right. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. So, you commentated for SBC1. Are you despite competing in the next one, are you gonna be commentating in SBC2?
dude, anytime Swaggin needs me to commentate something, he knows to hit me up. Just make sure that I'm free. You know, a few days beforehand. Yeah, I'll try to make time for people that I regularly tune into. So
Yeah. All right. Well, just
you
make
know,
sure
I might not be the best voice. You know, we got Jedi. If he's on the fucking commentary, he's gonna beat me on the voice side. But
I
I
mean,
bring a nice energy and analytical side to the commentary booth. So
I think you definitely bring the energy that people want. I bring very small, subtle details, and I've got a deep voice, but that's all I've got going for me, dude. Look at me, I'm bald. You know what I mean? Like,
Volkanovski's bald, man. What can I say?
yeah, but he makes it look good. I don't. So anyway, July 23rd. All right, next Sunday, right? Does that sound like a day that you might have free? Or you're gonna have to have it free because you're gonna be
Yeah,
competing.
yeah. It's gonna be free.
Very good. All right. Well, oh shit. I think okay, never mind. I was gonna say I think my computer's freezing. Okay. So I mean, is that gonna be it as far as commentating gigs though? Or are you gonna be trying to provide your service to other leagues or whatever?
Well, I know that Ross has been trying to get me on MMA Madness, but you know it's usually on Friday evenings, and I'm usually pretty booked up on Friday evenings. So
What do you got going
I'm
on?
looking to. Well, I like to go DoorDash on Friday evenings because in my area people pay a lot of money on Fridays. So
Okay.
a lot of easy, quick cash right there. But You know, if I'm not making money on Friday evenings, I'm going out with friends, having a good time. You know,
Sure.
there's just more for me to do on Friday than other days of the week. So, you know, that's why I'm happy Swaggy put this card coming up on a Sunday, because I ain't got shit I got to do on a Sunday. You know, I don't go to church or nothing, so it's not gonna conflict with schedules.
Sure. Yeah. And I think there's already so much going on Saturdays as far as like other leagues putting on cards. You know, as far as like people like me who are paying attention to that, so Saturdays are even
It's
difficult.
also more you can't really compete with the UFC, and they have pretty much damn near every Saturday booked up with a fight night or a pay-per-view card. So
Yeah. All right, Dark. Well, listen, buddy. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I appreciate you telling everybody about who you are and all that. We're excited to see you compete, and I'm looking forward to working with you again at SBC. Do you have anything else for the people watching, listening?
yeah, I don't know who you is, Spartan, but guarantee your ass is dropping in 3 rounds. Fucking enjoy it.
All right, Doug. So I appreciate you, buddy. Have a good one. Oh man, I feel like I should get Spartan now on my buddy Spartan on the show just to talk about that. Oh, that's fun. All right. Well, now you've all gotten a chance to meet Dark Soul. He will be commentating and competing next Sunday, July 23rd at Swaggy's Boxing Club. Now we do have one more guest. Um, let's see. Wow, we've been going through the guests quick. Look at quickness. Man. Okay. Alrighty. Well, listen. Let's why don't we? Flat as shit. Well, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. Hold on. It's the other filters on,
Okay. Is that any better? Is that better? Is that Does that sound better? Anything? Let me know. Because I don't know. Okay, way better. Okay, cool. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm still trying to figure this out, man. I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure all this shit out. But yeah, we'll be getting Shootbox on the show here shortly. But yeah, Swaggy Boxing Club, that will be fun. Yeah, that was Spartan Man. I'm glad to see you're in the chat. You just got a lot of shit talking coming your way. J Dime's in the house. Hey, what's up, J Dime? What's up, baby? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. You missed the whole B3 Mud and MBK Chino drama. If you don't already know about that. Let's see. Shootbox says, "Yeah, I'm in a stream. Let's hope that we can get him on soon." How's everyone's day doing? How are you all doing today? I'd open up the window, but it's like a breathing in an ocean out there, and I don't even live in Florida anymore. Spartan Man, I announced the next boxing card, which you are on. You'll be fighting the last guest that we just had, Darksouls. He says that he's gonna knock you out in 3 rounds. So I'm kind of almost thinking about bringing you on the show to talk about that. If you would like, you don't have to. That's totally up to you. you can go back and watch it later. Whatever you feel like. Oh, that's right. All right. So before we get Shootbox on, I do kind of want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. Watch this. Watch this. This is cool. Or I think it's kind of cool. But it was it's this promo that I worked with ATB on, for OFC. For OFC 34. Okay. Is this it? Nope. It's almost it. Okay. All right, yeah. Here, let me show you this promo real quick. This is something that I worked on with ATB for OFC 34. And it was
should not have come
specifically for MK Dave. Who robbed the hash? Thank you for the follow, brother. Appreciate you, man. Man, we are so close to that follow goal, dude. We're at 96. We are so close. Shootbox is in the chat. Shoot, I'm going to get you on call in just a moment here, brother. I just want to show you guys this this video that I did real quick, and then we'll get you on the call, brother. Let's see. Okay. All right. Enjoy this. Loss against the champion can be heartbreaking. It can take so long to get to the top, and once there, the pressure is on. MK Dave fought for the title at OFC 33 and came up short. God damn it, you guys can't see it. You can't count this man out yet. Here, we'll go back. Loss against the champion can be heartbreaking. It can take so long to get to the top, and once there, the pressure is on. MK Dave fought for the title at OFC 33 and came up short. However, you can't count this man out yet. After an unsuccessful title run, Dave is looking to give it another shot. Dude, what is going on here? I'm having a fucking fit. Display that no one can argue against. Despite being ranked last after an unsuccessful title run, Dave is looking to give it another shot. In an effort to solidify his spot next in line, Dave will be looking to put on a display that no one can argue against. Despite being ranked last in the top 10 of the PlayStation division, Dave believes that even just one win can get him back into title contention. Dave's calculated style of pinpoint accuracy mixed with an unrelenting pressure puts him at one of the most watched and feared men within the OFC roster. With a stiff jab, a high success rate of making adjustments throughout the fight, and excellent takedown defense, MK Dave has the style that's a problem for anybody. But one of the largest rising stars coming out of Italy will be Dave's next opponent. The Italian Dream, Bandolero, will face Dave at OFC 34, July 15th. A man who is fearless, looking to take his opponents out with his flashy kickboxing, a former OFC champion will look to put on a performance that will shut down all the critics. Doubt him now, but Bandolero is looking to take everything that Dave has built. All right, so I personally had a fucking great time doing that with ATB. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Yeah, it was it was a fucking spectacular fight between albeit short, a spectacular fight between MK Dave and Bandolero. If you didn't see it at OFC 34, fucking MK Dave, he just did the work in like 30 seconds, man. He said, "Oh, you're up and rising." No, not anymore. You're not. and he just fucking put Bandolero away, bro. That was wild. Yeah, Dave fucking smashed him, bro. That shit was insane. Um, Guys, we're at 96. We need 4 more followers, and then we can start worrying about subscriptions. All right, let's if you haven't yet, remember exclamation point merch. You can go into my Stream Elements store and check that out. You can get a fucking mug with my face on it. I don't know if that's gonna show up this time. Probably not. Hello. Is that gonna show? There we go. A little bit. Boom. All right. So, yeah, you can get my mug. You can get a T-shirt. Okay. You can get it all. We've got hoodies. We've got women's shit. The guy on the mug is definitely me, but he does look better. Yeah, that's true, Jay. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Can't argue. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and reach out to Shootbox. Let's go ahead and give him a call. I'm gonna give him a call now. Here we go. Let's see. We'll get Shootbox in here. I know he said he was Shootbox. There he is. All right, there. Let's see. How are you doing today, my friend?
Peace. I'm doing good. I'm doing this matchmaking for the tournament. How you been?
Good, man. Good. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say as we were calling you that I wasn't 100% sure when you were gonna or if you were gonna be able to pick up because I know you said that you were doing matchmaking. That's a job in and of itself, man.
Yeah, we got Swiss just came in on the last minute, so it's kind of interesting to see all these people in one setting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So shoot, I know a little bit about you as far as your involvement with the UFC 4 community, but why don't you tell some people that are listening a little bit about yourself because you're considered whether you acknowledge it or not, you're considered one of the more respected members within the community. So um, for those that don't know, why don't you tell them about yourself, who you are, um, things like that.
Well, far as that, I'm a esports pro player. I play in a league called Ultimate Ender. It's UEL. Um, we play 33 games on the wheel. So we're playing for 100K this season. And with that prize money, I'm going to use that to open up UFC locations for people to start competing. Besides that, I help my friends with jiu-jitsu. I'm putting my son into jiu-jitsu, so he's going to be going to Marcelo's Garcia's school soon,
Mm.
and he's going to be doing kickboxing. So I'm more of a father now. And I do a lot of other stuff, but like I do artwork, deal with different type of sponsors and etc. So if
Okay.
I could say a lot, it'll be a lot. So
Yeah, yeah, you
just to
got.
keep it short.
I mean, just even being a father in and of itself is a full time job. So, for what it sounds like, you're juggling a lot of things. And I've you've shared your screen with me before and shown me all the Discord servers you're in. You're juggling a lot of things, man. It's crazy. It's inspiring, but crazy. Um, so you compete in game? You compete in a lot of other games. You're like you said, you're a professional esports athlete. You help your friends with jujitsu. Are you a jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA competitor in real life as well?
I was before, but like that was like early on in my 20s. Used to go because like it started from when in the 90s when there wasn't that much jiu-jitsu around,
Mm.
and it came later on where there used to be like a Spanish store for where I used to live at, and then it turned into a jiu-jitsu spot, and then that's when I started my journey into jiu-jitsu besides traditional jiu-jitsu. And then I got into Danjutsu Ryu, which is Purple Dragon Academy. That's martial arts by Professor Don Jacob, my professor, my old professor. And for MMA, one of my trainers was Derek, Muay Thai instructor. So I really started from there and I left and then I went to another gym because I had a lot of stuff like in life that I had to juggle. So it was like kind of hard to keep up like the training.
Yeah.
And then eventually when I had my kids after like having just my amateurs, because I have competed. So I'm more into my son now. So he's been eager to because he's watched me before, watched me train and everything.
Hmm.
So with jujitsu, it's going to build a better mental for my son. Because he's 8 right now. And I think the instructor himself, he's one of the best instructors. I'm pretty much almost everybody knows him.
Mm.
So um, doing that and get him into kickboxing with one of my old instructors, which is Sensei Franklin. He opened up a for one for kickboxing and regular for karate jiu-jitsu. That's going to help my son gain friends
Yeah.
and help him with the discipline like food cooking and just the overall. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So, I mean, it sounds like your boy is, looking to get after this career early. I mean, is this something that he's said that he wants to pursue? Like he wants to get into MMA when he's older?
yeah, like I don't want him to get into MMA honestly, because like I'll tell you right now, I'll show you later, but I'm missing like two, three back teeth and a couple of injuries. So it's like just going through the process. It's like when you play the game, like I'm telling people right now, when you play the game, you're watching that thing from third party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, you don't go through the training like Olympic push-ups, for example, which can have three medicine balls, and you're doing it in a push-up. You're going through treadmill. You're going through regimen. And then you're not only that, but the expenses that you have to pay your coach, and pay the gym, whatever you're doing, like it's a whole expense. So I rather for my son to like learn the process of that, but he wanted to compete in jiu-jitsu honestly because he likes grappling. Like I have jiu-jitsu videos from almost all the time. So yeah, this jiu-jitsu is something he wanted to pursue. If he wanted to get into competition, that's something we'll have to talk about later and
Mm-hmm.
really consider. But I really want my son just to have a business. That's why I'm doing these business now. So when my son, when he hits 10, he's gonna have a bigger home, and when he gets older, he'll have his business. So he don't have to be asking nobody, for a job or anything. He'll be his own boss.
Sure, sure. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about the UFE? Because when I was first introduced to the UFE, I think I was mistaken about this, as I think a lot of people were.
Hmm.
You're UFE's King of Combat CEO. You told me that you're heavily involved with them, sitting in on board meetings, being a integral part of their team. So, why don't you tell us about what exactly the UFE is and your involvement with them?
Before I say that, yo, PSN, I don't like you for that comment.
What is it?
I love PSN. That is so foul. But, I got uh, that's so funny. Um, like, cause like traditionally, I got into all this because of Jay and Gucci. When I first started doing tournaments, because I've been playing this game, I'm not bragging or anything, but I would consider myself probably the oldest person, not age wise, but in this community, because I've been playing this game. You've seen the video. I've been playing this for a very long time, still keep it at a high level, but I still love to help people. So like Jay and Gucci is the one that really inspired me to do streaming, and that's how that really started because they always felt like a person like me should be helping other people in the community, give tips and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And that's what I did ever since then. I've been always giving tips. I'll take time. Like I think the difference with me from other streamers is like I engage with them, far as like if something's wrong with like one of my viewers, for example, I cater to them. I talk to them one on one, what's going on with you, or like somebody be like, yo, I just had a bad day. I'll be like, bro, who you want me to use? Who you want me to tap out or put something on? Like
Gotcha.
That's how I move. But like that's how I got into the streaming. Being motivated by Jay and Gucci. We did our first tournament. It came out to be like 140 something people.
Whoa.
And then yeah, it really blew up. It was like one of the, like I think that's when Jay started doing commentary the first time. I because I call him like the Shawn Michaels of the UFC 4 community. Like that's my little bro. I love him. Like that's my little bro. Like without Jay being in certain situations also, I wouldn't be doing like half the stuff you see me doing now. Like to be
Mm.
motivated to push myself. So the same thing for like watching people like Swaggy to like that's never competed, you know what I'm saying? And getting them into this scene now and look what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like look where he expanded at. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's not about what you add in like yo, I do this for you. It's like we do this for each other. So that's how the tournament start and then eventually UFE came around. So uh we started talking on terms. This is where Trey was in the situation. And I used to work with Trey and we used to for him streaming, we used to pay him like because it was supposed to be a friendly gesture. It's supposed to be $75, but we did 25. So that's what he wanted to do. So I was like, all right, cool. And we was doing good. And they offered us Nico Price. And they was telling us about how they had fighters, how they had a whole company because this is actually a dynasty that I'm working with. This is an actual business. Some people mistaken it because they see it for UFC for, but the whole process of me even doing this, all these tournaments, is to be able to get a full merge with the UFC as a whole business anyway.
Mm.
Because they used to have the UFC 4 run on them, but like ever since we did it, it really ran off. So gained them maybe 300, maybe more. We got their Twitch, we got them affiliate in a month. Far as like fighters, we're almost like up to 400 signups. We've thrown 26 event. The highest we did in prize is 1.1K. Um,
Damn.
we have all the fighters from all over, every from ESFL, Primetime, ECA, OFC, all the everything you can think about is in one circuit. So you can fight anybody. Like this is not a place where we can tell you, oh, you're not that good, so you can't compete. You might
Mm-hmm.
be a dark horse that people might not know.
Sure.
But with the UFE, yeah. So we were supposed to have this trip, but I'm pretty sure y'all saw the fight with Robbie Lawler. And we didn't come out with the dub, so that kind of like gonna pause like the trip because you gotta let Nico recover.
Yeah.
But he did come in one of our tournaments in the commentary for like 30-40 minutes. Real chill guy, real cool. I've been watching Nico since the beginning of his career. I was kind of sad to watch him fight Robbie Lawler
Yeah.
because both of my favorite, but I'm riding with Nico because like that's just what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Especially stick to the loyalty
The
part of it.
loyalty,
You
absolutely.
know. So no matter Robbie Lawler waiting a good fame and Nico, he's gonna climb his way back into contender series. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's just a little pause and him being with his family. That's the most important thing first.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So you know, you mentioned a little bit about the tournaments that UFE has put on, or that you guys have put on for the UFE. I've talked about it a little bit throughout a couple episodes on the podcast. Why don't you tell us about the tournament that's going to start next weekend?
Okay, so can I answer one thing before I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, for people that are still don't understand, UFE is the ultimate fan experience. We bring you the best experience to all fans. We bring MMA fighters closer to the players, and that is the goal. So when we have this location, the fighters will either be competing with you, or watching you, or even coaching you. So there's a lot of things to look forward for in the future as we build in this process. Now, to answer your question with the tournament is going to be a 32-man tournament. Do you want me to show the roster?
Um. No, let's leave that for when all the matchmaking is done.
Okay.
So but just kind of give us like an idea of like who's not necessarily the participants, but like what leagues or organizations are involved, like what it's all about, the prize money, things like that.
All right. So the prize money is $500. Um, the process of the tournament is going to be a 2 week tournament, so it's going to be 16 and 16. 22nd of next week, and then the following on the 29th. And we have all fighters from each organizations. I Your favorite fighters that people like to watch is going to compete, and it's going to be a big bang out. Especially how I'm gonna start the card off. Uh, with this matchmaking is going to be a firework. So you're going to expect a lot of grappling, striking, no Cronus using. Um, and I have somebody watching out for Cronus uses. I doubt that in this tournament, but that will be never that would never happen again. And you pretty much saw what happened at the last one.
Hmm.
So we're on top of that. For the finals, I really want and hand cam and equipment cam. Because some people are at a certain age, so that's something we should really consider. And then Gancho, he's another person that's working with, and I know people don't like him, and other people do, but I want people to understand that this is a new Ganjo. No, he's not the owner of ECA, but he does help with the production, and he's had done a great job. And has been very participant in all events. So I want people to start looking at him in a new light. Um, and he's been cool. His attitude's been way better. He's very much easy to work with and is willing to compromise. So
Gotcha.
Um, far as like the tournament, it's gonna be run under ECA hosting it. We're thinking about doing a universal server, so it don't become a problem. As in, one promotion might want to do the chat, and the other one might want to have it in their server. So it makes it much easier for everybody to get the benefit.
Hmm.
So all we're gonna do on that server is not gonna be no general chat. So no, you cannot have no conversation because it's not meant for conversation. It's only meant for tournament purpose. So there's only going to be fight chats and probably an announcement for what's going on to update all the participants that's in the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, ESFL is involved into this. Far as players, there's players from there. There's players from Primetime. There's players from OFC, ECA. Um, Let me go into some other promotions, even like VFL. But like we have all these people in there, so it's gonna be a great tournament, man. Like if I were to tell you, Ed Parker just came back. You know what I'm saying? So
I
you got Ed,
I saw his name on the list of competitors just yesterday when we were in the partner chat, and I was like, "Whoa, Ed Parker's back! Hello!" Like that's
yeah,
crazy. I didn't know that he was still interested in competing.
man. I'm telling you right now. I know some people be talking trash about these players, but let me tell you something. These people are so easy to work with. Like it is so easy to work with them. You just gotta know like the language barrier for one, and
Yes.
like two to understand like I made a mistake recently of misunderstanding a situation that I had to apologize for. It was always good to be a man of your word and be a man when you're wrong.
Yeah.
So um but they're very easy to work with. Him, Suave, all of them are. They say his names, but they willing to fight any time of the day. If there's a dropout, he wants to fight.
Hmm.
And yeah, so we have like people like that, and we're looking forward to having a lot of people watch the tournament. Because it's going to be endless fireworks, man. When there's no slack in this tournament, no slack. So if if you in this tournament and you're watching right now, it's probably going to be the hardest tournament you've ever played in your life.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I got a chance to take a look at some of the competitors for this tournament. There's it's death row, man. It's they're all killers.
Man, like, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. For example,
I
like,
mean, you if you want, you can go ahead and share the screen on if you want to share who's gonna
do
be
you
at the
mind?
tournament. No, I don't mind.
Okay, so thank you by the way, because it's always good to ask first. Um, I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay,
Um, and these are the final people
here we go.
until we decide who else is going to be there. Sorry, we're going to show your pretty face again
Thank
before
you,
that, but
appreciate it.
let's go. So this is what it's looking like for the bracket right now. Well, participants. We have Storm, Cletus, Host Ninja, and this is from the UFC side. Swiss Lieback, Gold of MMA, Kamapuya, Blake Tyler, Cloud of MMA, Kayon Butter, Ed Parker. And if my wife is watching, can you please have people announce to watch that we are also showing what's going on inside here. Um,
Real quick.
mhm.
Has this list? This is like like a confirmed list. Like these, this is who's competing. Has this list been um like is this the first time anyone's hearing about who all is competing there?
Um, I mean, this is the first time. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing them compete.
So
But like,
this is breaking news.
yeah, so like we had to make some changements because, we need people that's going to be there, not people that's going to say I can maybe be there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like this is all about having attendance, and I want to start having a lot of this mentioned to other promotions to like start getting our fighters on time, and
Mm-hmm.
making sure that we can have people for this type of setting to confirm their time. So you can obviously see like we like ATB is the person that actually made this list. ATB is a very dear friend. He's very helpful, very resourceful, very big on the Italy side of his community.
Mm-hmm.
So I would consider him when it comes to business talks, anything, I always consult to him first.
Mm.
Like he was the one like when we had our stream and it crashed, he came out of nowhere and helped us out, and he didn't even have to. And like, and I always helped him, so like we help each other in other ways. Like he's gonna host a tournament soon, and I'm a sponsor his tournament. So, um,
I was gonna say like it seems like ATB has a very similar mindset of like, it's not about helping you to get something in return. It's just that's just what we do. Like we're all helping each other.
yeah, because like a partnership is you both supposed to benefit,
Mm-hmm.
and not supposed to be where it's one. And you know what? ATB is the one that he. I'm gonna tell you right now, ATB is a spammer. Okay, ATB spams this quote on me all the time, bro. And then it's like in my mind, it's already locked in when I deal with people how to be able to address people. Because sometimes you might feel a certain way, but then he's like, you know what? You're an adult, and this is how you should view it. So you want to consider the people that you consider. You also consider your consultants. So, but you see this list right here. So
Mm-hmm.
UFE comes with a big margin. My wife, she has Suave and CV. Um, OFC has Hoo Hoo, Demo, Smokey, Two South, Mula, Bai, Versatile, Bowley, Dave, and Draco.
Mm.
ECA's offering B3 Mud, which was just on here,
Yep.
which was a definitely cool conversation. He's one of the people I was in the camp with him too. He progressed a lot, and he has a very good corner because he has because I would like to. Is it okay if I can explain about the fighters when I'm done with
Please,
this?
please.
Okay. So we thank you. We have Big Roris, Diaz as the Ghost, the champion of ECA,
Yeah.
Vinny Violates, Kahan, and them Psycho, which is from one of the top in the ESFL when it came to Camp Wars, they was number one at a time.
Mm.
Um and Matrix is a demon when it comes to walking forward. Um Matrix should really be a B3 member. I ain't gonna lie, but don't tell him I say that. But but yet Tim and MKU. So like all these people is gonna, and then I am gonna make UFE compete with each other like fighters and fighters to make it evened out. Um, the process, but for people that don't know, like for example, Cletus, I feel like he's gonna be top five dark horse in this tournament.
Mm.
Um, he hasn't competed before, but he just started recently competing. He took a loss unfortunately, but he's getting there. He just like I think it's the he's really good fighting everybody, like spars, rank. He won the GFC tournament $100, but he doesn't have like full on league experience, and I think that's where a lot of people's going to have advantage on because they know how to fight 3 rounds. And
Mm,
it's kind of different when you're playing like rank or playing with really good people and you're playing 5 rounds and like you might be playing for 3 rounds. You know, your mind is conditioned differently. Your pace might be a lot more slower. Your stamina's up there. You're not really committing in a 3 round fight compared to a five.
true.
So I think him being in this tournament and competing is going to definitely put him in a different level because he has one of the best Corey. He has amazing stand up, amazing grapple defense. He's going to be a problem. I really wanted to match him with the GOAT, but that's too early. Um, so we have Host Ninja. Do you know about Host Ninja?
Uh, no.
Host Ninja is a former ESFL champion, and I've known him for a very long time. That dude, he knows nothing but to go forward, and he has a good counter game. He reminds me of like Alex Pereira with grappling.
Hmm.
Like that's his fight style. Like he comes forward, and because he competes, like he trains in real life. He's in the UK.
Okay.
So he's very good. Like I can't wait to see him compete because he doesn't really compete in other settings. So just to see Host Ninja in this setting is very rare. Um,
It's funny,
uh,
like I'm looking through this list, and most of the people from the OFC and the ECA have heard or watched compete before. Most people from the UFE I've really never heard of before. I mean,
yeah, like
I know Blake Tyler, I know Cloud of MMA, I
mhm,
know Goat of MMA,
mhm,
but like yeah, Host Ninja, Cletus is new. This
mhm.
next person, Swiss, never heard of this person.
Oh man, you got to man. That's You're a legend in the community, man. From UFC 3 to UFC 4. I competed with. I had defended my title against. Him and Suave was one of the few people I defended the title against, and was the hardest of my fights. But I'm glad that we done put things to the side and we're doing business like you're supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
because those people are worth being in a tournament. Swiss is a part of Romero's team, to be honest with you. So, if you know who Romero is, content
Yeah,
creation,
yeah.
wrestler.
He's somebody who actually I learned a lot from watching his videos on how to use Dominic Cruz. He's the reason why I can use Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, man. Like, so Romero, I would like to work with him because I know a lot of stuff inside the game and outside, and I think, the knowledge of fighting, we can really match up a lot of stuff on how to be able
You
to
could not
build up.
come back.
Um, but he's Romero's a beast. He won the ESFL tournament in Vegas, and I was supposed to compete there, but I had a court situation, so I couldn't go. KM Butter went and competed. That's why you see him here also. And he's a part. Oh, KM Butter is a part of Romero's team too. So you have two teams from Romero, two team members from his team competing in our tournament. So
Mm,
it's not about the numbers of where they're coming from. It's the fact of like these people as an individual. Um, Swiss is a legend. That he's the only person I know that would fight until he has no stamina, and even when his stamina is low, he fights better. Like
hmm.
if he had like 40% stamina, that's when he's dangerous. Like
That's
you'll think that
bizarre.
somebody is dangerous at 100,
Yeah,
60,
yeah.
50. No, this dude, who's Romero? Come on, bro. Come on, PSN. Don't do that.
Don't listen to PSN. Don't listen to PSN. He's trolling.
PSN, yo, you about to get the Justin Gaethje leg kick. But yeah, like Swiss is a legend and he deserves his place inside these tournaments. Um, and it's not just names and low; it's the fight styles that they present. Like, cause to be dangerous at low stamina is crazy.
That
Like,
is crazy. I've never heard of something like that before. At least
bro,
not in
we
the game, you
fought.
know.
Nah, bro, we fought, bro, and I had a stamina low, and I was like, okay, I got this, right? This dude started fighting like he had 100% stamina. I'm like, what the, bro? What? What is this? But like, I've watched his fight. He's fighting in like the ESFL at a top level. He fights the best people. So, um, that's just like one of his fight styles to describe him. He's a berserker that knows how to manage his stamina in it later on. If and he can grapple. And he
Mm,
has amazing takedown defense. So it's going to be hard for some of these people like Goat and them to try to take him down.
mm.
Um, we got KM Butter. KM Butter is a part of that team too, so he has access to fight all of them. He's actually commentated on the ESFL. He has that role also. He's competed against Romero in the ESFL tournament, a part of the team. So he does really good on his YouTube. If my wife can, if anybody can follow him too, because he's like, I've been knowing him since UFC 3. To be honest with you,
Mm.
known him for a very long time. He's a very good friend of mine. He considers me at a high expectation when I go on his stream. Please shoot, and he always give me some. He knows where I come from. Like a lot of people like that don't know me, they won't know the understanding of why people feel the way they feel towards me. But for the new people, y'all gonna understand. Like I'm here for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I care about the community first. Um, so we have Kenya Butter inside the tournament. Ed Parker. What about
Mm-hmm.
Kamapuya?
Yeah, don't have no idea who that is.
All right, so Kamapuya is a person that's from Siberia, and he actually won one of our tournaments. That dude's an animal. He's almost in top 10 rank all the time. That dude has nasty Muay Thai. Um, his boxing is elite. His grappling. But I know people talk about the ping, but that what you have to do in a tournament, you can't expect everybody to fight on your ping. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So um, but yeah, that's far as UFE, and you see my wife, she has Suave and CV.
yeah.
CV is like the John Cena of the community now. And everybody can't stop talking about CV, and
That's
he's
true.
he's came a very long way because CV used to be in my stream since he was probably like 13, 12,
Mm.
and he's like 16 now. So no, he was 16 going. No, I mean he was 12 going on 13, and then uh he started watching. He wasn't always in the top 100, but when he started getting into the top 100, asking for advice and sparring other people from different servers, it was dope. Even though his connection was kind of hard to play, but he had all the talent. Like he had all the talent as a kid, and I was like, bro, Jay, this dude's gonna be a beast. And Jay was like, yeah, CV on his own connection, nobody beats him on his own connection, but he got better Wi-Fi. So then guess what happened? He started competing in a tournament. Nobody knew. And then prime time, it was me, J Dime, Humble, and Cyrus helped me out throughout the whole time for the tournament. So CV wound up getting his props. And he did really good in the tournament to the point prime time was like, I want him on the show.
Mm.
He came on prime time, became 10-0, won the title, lost the title eventually. Started competing more about tournaments, but he competed in other organizations. Became the GFC champion. Became the primetime champion. He also became the OFC champion at one point. But like he's became such a, and mind you, how old he is. He won $700 at 15 years old.
That's
So
wild. I think that that you mentioning how old CV is striking some people as surprising. I don't think everybody knows how young he is.
yeah, like you gotta remember, like video games is for the youth. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like no matter how old we get, we're gonna always have that knowledge, but we gotta pass that torch. So that's just how life go. Some you got some older people in the world talking about, no, I'm still here, I'm still on top. Like nah, like bro, your time. Like I feel like I'm not even past my prime, and if people want to know, I've been in this game. How old? Let's see. The UFC came out 2000, right? So it's 2023. I missed like 4 years. So I've been playing this game for 19 years.
Mm.
And yes, I have a life, but you have stuff to do too. So like so we're gonna get into like so that's how CV came up to be, and he's a part of TT, and now you see everybody's talking about him to the point where they consider him one of the best people. I think he has the best stamina management in the whole community. It's insane, bro. Um, you know about Hoo?
It sounds familiar, but I don't remember any of their fights.
Okay, so Who's from TT. He's one of the best strikers in our team. Far as competition, he plays in OFC, getting into ECA for different other promotions, but he's like considered one of the top people. It's going to be interesting to see him compete with most of these people that's on this list. Like like say for example, we can like match up. For example, right? Go to matchups,
Mm.
and I'm gonna change this because this is traditionally how I really wanted to start it. I wanted to start it off with the Goat and Storm because I think that would have been a banging fight, and then two Berserkers, Swiss Lieback versus Matrix would have been a really banging fight
Mm.
because both of them low key can grapple, but they're not. Their approach will not be grappling. It would just be straight up somebody getting knocked out in the first and second round.
Mm-hmm.
There will never be a third to a fifth round. This type of matchup, somebody's getting knocked out.
Damn.
So let's like put up a matchup, for example, and I put Hoo Hoo here. Then who would be a good matchup? Hoo Hoo's good at striking, distance management, patience. So who would be a patient person for him to fight? Cletus, because Cletus is he fights on. He's a very patient fighter on his back foot. Excellent grappling, can take it to the ground. Who is very good, but persistent grappling can break confidence. So this would be like a type of matchup. Like when I think about like mashing up people, I think about the long term. Like if whoever wins from here, whoever wins from here, and then compare on the following.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we do it. Our matchup is like potential matchups. We're thinking about chess, not checkers. So we got Demo. You had Demo on earlier. That was a
Mm-hmm.
good talk too. Um,
Yeah, Demo's the
Demo,
man.
yeah, he's recently became one of my people I started training, and I really like him. Like he's one of the coolest like Canadians to me, cause guitar is my first, because he's the one that helped me with my ground and pound in
Mm.
this game. So that's my homie, and we always do stuff. But like Demo is one of the people I really consider at a high of expectations because he gets like he's really good. Like if you watch that takedown on prime time, you'll never see a takedown like that because what he did was he went for a double leg, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then turned the takedown, right, and the guy blocked it, and then he canceled in between into a double leg bell, and then pulled guard, but made a mistake because it was supposed to be a mount sweep. But you won't see chain wrestling, which is a very underrated topic
Yeah,
talked about in the UFC 4 community of chain wrestling.
I
I think
agree.
if people understood what chain wrestling is, how to chain wrestle, then you will see better, effective gameplay um, throughout the UFC 4 community.
Mm-hmm.
But Jay's funny. But yeah, Demo is a upright prospect, and I'm gonna change his training because I really see him as a future champion. I see him as a future champion. It's just I want to work with his confidence first. And we're gonna work his confidence everywhere.
He,
In the game.
I spoke to him very very briefly before, just a couple days ago or just the other day before bringing him on the podcast, and I've noticed that he's everywhere, and not even just partnering with Apex, but he's kind of trying to compete in a lot of different spaces, and I think that we talked about it on the podcast as well, but just to like kind of narrow your focus and focus on one thing at a time, we'll start to see that success rate start to go back up because Demo has it. Demo's a killer.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Like Demo is doing a very great job with the Apex. Like that's dope. And then like the partnership with OFC also.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's getting himself in like different scenes. He's not just trying to be a competitor, but he want to understand the size of promoting, and he's doing a very great job by not only doing his own promotion, but helping members in the community and other promotions to definitely because he does commentary too. So his knowledge throughout competing and building is going to be skyrocket.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we have Demo. You know about Smokey?
I've seen Smokey fight before, yeah.
Okay, so Smokey Two Sav.
The name is familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen them fight.
Yeah. So that's Top Gun. He's from MBK. It's a very good to talk to. When I was at MBK, I didn't want to leave MBK, and he was like one of the reasons why. Cause like some people you get close with when you're when besides training, you get to talk to them one on one.
Sure.
So it's kind of hard because I left that camp because sometimes your loyalty can stop you from progressing. And what I mean as loyalty, as in, if you don't see something that's progressing for not only yourself but with inside the whole thing, then like if you think about 5 months from now doing the same thing out of loyalty, what did you really gain?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a level to your loyalty. You can keep it the same, but you want to do it from a reach also because you want to grow yourself.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like he's going to be interesting. I want to see him. Mind you, do you know? He does the thing, uh, for Trey for MFL. So he's definitely stepping his game up in a lot of ways. I don't know if you see what he look like, but he's jacked, dude.
Oh,
He's
really?
jacked. Like he looked like Gayu, bro. Like if Gayu had a baby in Anton Aspinall, it'd be him. Like I know it's the wildest thing, but he is built, bro.
Damn.
Like I'm 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 not saying I would never fight him, but he can be my bodyguard, bro. Like, but nah, he's a cool dude. Like if they don't know him, definitely check him out. He's fighting the following week, and he's an MBK. Definitely a good look on MFL. Um, Mullah TT. You know about him?
Yeah, yeah. I know about Mullah. He just had a hell of a fight yesterday at PT. Real quick before we continue,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and run a 3-minute ad. For those that are watching now, if you would like to avoid this ad, you can do so by subscribing, whether paid or via Prime subscription, or maybe somebody like Humble will come in here and drop 5 subs real quick. So. Um, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run that ad now. If you want to continue listening to the matchmaking and to shoot, you know how to do that. All right, go ahead, shoot. Sorry.
Thank you. So yeah, so we have Bai, which is interesting because I've watched a few of his matches. I think he's gonna be maybe like a dark horse people gonna underestimate that is gonna be their downfall because he's very versatile and his accuracy. I had the word on my tongue. His style of fighting is he knows how to change the pace, so it's gonna be interesting. Versatile. Uh, you know
Yeah,
about
and
versatile?
I know Versatile. Yeah, he's actually just recently moved to Demos camp as well, right? With WR.
Oh, you talking about that camp for UFC 5 is going to be top
Yeah,
5, bro.
I believe that.
Like me and John, we was in the same camp, competed. He's bested me. Like I be getting in, and he finds ways to win.
Mm.
John, I'm gonna tell you right now, he competes in real life.
Oh, does he?
Yep, he's a beast, bro. Like the thing with John though is like he's a very good analysis. Like he knows how to break down fights, and like I think having that strategy coming from TT and putting it into his camp, and him working with Vuk uh is going to be very different because you're going to have like a universal aspect of how to look at fights because they're going to help you game plan, which is something you would need in a camp, which is very important. And like they cater to their fighters and their players. So it's like,
You
I
know
th-
that I'm sorry to cut you off. That's what
Mhm.
Demo was saying is that John is very analytical about his approach to game planning and kind of putting things together for the other campmates to kind of go about their fights. So that's interesting to hear. I've been asking guys before, like, is this, do you go back and watch tape before your fights, or is this something, because you hear about camps, but for anybody like me who's kind of still new to it, you don't really think too much about it. It's probably just guys who are fighting together, and they fight a lot together, so that they learn from each other a little bit. But when you hear that guys are game planning and looking back on opponents' past fights and trying to find the subtle details that are gonna get them the victory. That's cool, man. I love to hear that.
Yeah, that's the trend that needs to be spoke about more. I think camps would evolve more if you was because some people they don't comprehend by listening, but visual learners.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of the best ways if you want to help your camp is create visual videos, such as in if he's fighting somebody, create videos to be able to how to deal with that. Like, you got share factoring. You can put notes because it can let you slow down each portion of it.
Mm.
So you can really help your whoever um prepare for league fights. So say for instance if a person is like um so if you see my screen, for example, um, I'm gonna go to like a YouTube, for example, and then I'm just gonna pull up a fight and give you a definition of what I'm speaking about. And I think it'll be very helpful for camps. Um, so we're gonna go into like one of my old fights, just for example. Um, we're gonna go here, right? And gonna let this load up. We're gonna slow the speed. Hold on. Okay, let's just play it. Second long. All right, Baron, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you go to that primetime fight with cuz I'm trying to like get the video up cuz like everything's pulling up like now, but I don't know. Let's see. Here. I'm just going to put Showtime. And what would be very helpful if I can't pull it up, can you pull up a fight for me?
Yeah.
Cuz it looks like okay. So, let's get into like this for example, right? So like if you look at space for example, look,
Mm.
he whiffs. Like situations like that, and then you see how to reply. Situations like that, or like him throwing that, and then you can make a game plan on. That's one of his trademarks when he likes to fight by the cage,
Mm-hmm.
and slow these little things down to be able to help people understand fully on what's going on. Be
Yeah.
like, you know what, Matrix is. He likes to go for it. So Matrix combo might be a jab lead hook, for example, in boxing rings. So why don't you, slip backstep or
Mm.
block it on a block frame and then backstep, even duck, pull counter. These type of things, and then have game plans on top of that. Okay, go to MMA. He fights. He likes to go to side control, for example. Okay, cool. When he's in side control, okay, I think we should start working on some undeniables. We should start working on hitting the body, waiting for him to throw the elbow, so he can build up our frame, so we can be able to create maneuver, or he pre-denies in certain situations. Like stuff like this will help other people prep up for event timing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And for the camps that haven't been, excuse me, going about this route yet, it kind of surprises me because I feel like being able to slow down video of your opponents and watching their, reading the patterns before the fight even begins, that seems like such a no-brainer situation.
Well, you gotta like, all right, in a competitor mind, how many people is gonna go to practice mode? That's one. Two,
Mm-hmm.
how long are you in practice mode? Three, are you watching your fights over and looking at it from your opponent's side of the view?
Mm.
Like, if you create the book, why don't I read it? It's a difference from an author and illustrators and all type of stuff. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you got to be the illustrator and author for yourself. You got to be able to be like, okay, that was a loss. I'm gonna watch that video back and be in practice mode. That is the best thing. Like, bro, I'm in practice mode all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I'm like, I'll be chilling. Like, I was just helping Demo yesterday from close guard position, how to be able to track transitions down and slow transitions down at the exact same time to set up sweeps and submissions.
Hmm.
You know, like putting different things in the game. So But far as everybody on this list, like you got Dave, you got Draco, which is Dave is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
He won the last one. So we have Dave, Draco. Draco's a very good counter fighter.
Dave
Um,
had a insane quick fight at his last OFC fight yesterday. Like I think the fight only lasted like 30 seconds or something. It was insane.
yeah, like you see how we looking at this because I don't want to hold up a lot of time because I already had I think a lot of mic time.
No, you're good,
But
man.
but like I want to start like when we start doing remember the idea I was talking to you
Yes.
about the fight. Like I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a list of like the event cards,
Mm.
and then I'm gonna give you notes on the fighters, so we can sit there and do some breakdowns. So like what we'll do, for example, is like when we get a video, we're gonna get an actual video,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna use PowerPoint, and then we're gonna use the statistics and break down. So like there'll be like a circle right here. Remember
Mm.
how Dan Hardy used to do it? It's gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
exactly like that, but UFC 4. And
Fuck yeah.
so we'll be the first people that's gonna go through every promotion that's going to be breaking down fight cards for each promotion, which is going to help your platform and people understanding you or where you're coming from and playing a big part. And since you're also doing voiceover and commentary, so the whole thing is just to build. Besides us, we're still growing, but to also grow you. Like that's just how we work. But that's far as a tournament. So that's what. Well, I got to say unless you have any more questions.
Um, I think that I think that that might be it. You've thoroughly answered what I did have for you. Shoot. So I appreciate you taking the time, away from business and away from your family to, join us on today's podcast. Um, I always felt like anytime that I talked about the tournament, I didn't give it enough. Uh, what's the word? Just enough detail or enough like respect behind it. Well, maybe not respect is the word, but just enough detail. So you've thoroughly been able to do that. You've given us a list of all the competitors, which is. I saw Demo in chat saying this is probably the most stacked tournament he's ever seen. So it's going to be crazy. Looking forward to it. July 22nd, did you say? 22nd and 29th?
Yeah. Oh, my wife just said something in chat. Yeah. My wife, by the way, she's the one that helps me. Like she supports me. I'm pretty sure you see. Like she's very heavy involved into what I do. And the last thing to answer God's prophecy's question, since he's such a great mod too,
Mm-hmm.
is UFC is coming out with merchandise. So we're gonna start selling T-shirts and start opening up a market soon.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah. Shout out to GP. Shout out to Black Love. She was my first subscriber, so she seems very supportive of the community. Shoot. Thank you again so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you, brother. And yeah, good luck with all endeavors. And yeah, I always look forward to working with you anytime.
Absolutely. Next time you're gonna see me on camera. But but yeah, thank you for having me on here. And you have a great day and everybody have a great day. Peace and I'll still watch the stream.
Peace. Thank you, brother. All right. Well, that was Shootbox. You gotta love the guy. He thinks that he's taking up too much mic time away from everybody else. A gentleman. Some would say in German a Mensch, even. So, quite a guy. Always looking to help out the community without asking for anything in return. And he's not just throwing that my way; he throws it everybody's way because that's just the type of dude he is, man. Um, quite a guy. So yeah, listen. We've already talked about SBC2. Talked about OFC 34 a little bit. With my promo, well, not my promo, MK Dave's promo, that I helped out with, but that was fun. I didn't see anybody really comment about it, so I guess most of you didn't really give a shit. Um, but that's okay because we'll be doing some more. I'm the goat. You followed me about 30 minutes ago. I never really got to acknowledge it. So thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who has given the follows. We're 3 away now. 3 away from 100. Can we make 100 before we end the stream? I don't think so. Chat, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I believe that that's really all that we have as far as guests today. So I appreciate King Jon Snow. I appreciate the follow, brother. 2. We're 2 away. Let's do this. Let's fucking go. All right. Yeah. Sci-fi to Muay Thai with an animated Jedi in a karate stance T-shirt. That, you know what, GP, if we can get some artwork of that, if we can get some artwork of me, with a like me animated with a karate, or I don't know, with an animated Jedi. Yeah, if we can get like the cartoon version of me in a karate gear, in like a karate stance, on a T-shirt, I think that would be excellent. GP, think about buying this shirt. All right, we got the official. All right, we got the official Baron Von Jedi Sci-Fi to Muay Thai shirt. It's here, it's live, and it's now. We also have the mug. Now you can get my mug on a mug. Get my mug on a mug. J-Dime says that that this guy looks better than me. I can't actually really argue with him. But yeah, if I've done it before, I'll say it again. If you just type in exclamation mark merch, you'll be able to get linked to my Stream Elements store. You can find the mug, you can find the t-shirt, you can find hoodies. There's other options on there for like blankets and stuff, but that was kind of shit, so I didn't bother with that. But there is other things on there. I think there's like phone cases and stuff. I just need more artwork, man. I need more artwork that's like not me trying to put shit together, because when I put it together, it looks like ass. Anyway, speaking of things looking like ass when I try and put them together, I tried putting together a Discord server a long time ago. I don't really remember what for. I could not really do it. I can't do it. So I'm wondering if I make a Discord server for the Baron Von Jedi Sci-Fi to Muay Thai show, A, will anybody join? And B, is it worth it? Is it worth making a Discord server? Because I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place as far as like Discord servers. So it kind of almost like doesn't make sense that I make my own. But I'm just wondering, like, if I make my own server, right? We start putting this community together in one little place. Will you guys join? But here's the thing, guys. I don't know Discord like settings or like server settings. Like I'm gonna need mods there too. You know, I'm gonna need people who can actually like put the server together, because it's gonna look like ass if I do it. So, maybe next stream we'll have a Discord server together, and Shoot can help you, PSN, CX. Darksouls saying someone else built my Discord then left. Yeah, I mean, listen, if anybody wants to help me put a Discord server together, that would be great. I actually, like, I've got the server, but it's not built out at all. Like, there's not anything. It's nothing. It's just nothing. It's me and 4 other bots that I don't even remember adding. So, yeah, listen, GP, PSN, I'll send you guys the invites to the Discord servers so that you can try and like start figuring it out. Maybe try and clean up the mess that that I created. I'm gonna go ahead and close that and close this. Anyway, yeah. Guys, we are oh yeah, the Discord is for that I had saved on there was for Lionheart. So I'll have to change that. We've got 2 more followers that we need to hit our 100 follower goal. If you need to make another account, I don't care. Make several accounts. Twitch, you can't ban me for saying that. They're just follows. PT103 was a fucking banger of a card. I'm gonna go ahead and show you Lucky's ratings for that. Now, if you don't know who Lucky is, he is on Twitter. He watches just as many cards, if not more, than I do, and he kind of gives his overall ratings for the fights and then the fighters. UFC, PT 103 was just blown through, man. Everybody was just ending their shit in quick fashion. The whole card was stacked. You know, you had guys like CV versus Fuck, Fatinator versus Fran. It was just it was insane. So here's the card. Here's Lucky's ratings. Sorry. Yeah, 3-round Vuck is a demon. And he was a demon. He had absolute like insane combos, or not even insane combos, but just insane timing on his combos. The timing on his combos when he was fighting CV was just crazy. Same thing with Smudger. Smudger had insane timing. Like it was almost unreal. You know how we talked about a bot last time? Yeah, that's kind of what it almost looked like. Shootbox saying Fatinator might be the best on Xbox. I'll go ahead and say it. He is the best on Xbox. I'll go ahead and say he is the best on Xbox. Blackout had a great fight against Naxzilla. You know, Demo came up a little short on Jinja, but as you heard, Demo didn't get really too much of a chance to prepare for that fight, so it is what it is, as they would say. Ali ADP, Trixie, these guys had really good wins. Versatile, Frosty had really good wins. MK Dave getting the win against Dino, which I don't think a lot of people really gave Dave the credit to beat Dino. You know, Dino's a killer, but so is Dave, man. Dave is insane. Nina says Verse is good. Yeah, Verse is good. Verse is good, and he's just recently signed with WR, with Demo's team. So I'm expecting to see more good stuff from them. Winter got his win over Lilo, which I believe was by submission. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. CV losing his fight against Vuck, which I don't think many people thought was going to happen. You know, CV is considered one of the best in competition right now. So that was quite the underdog win for Vuck. Smudger and Ripe, I thought Ripe honestly was going to be able to take it. I've seen Ripe fight before. I mean, I've seen Smudger fight before, but man, Smudger just put on such a performance that it was like, he just makes guys look like they just don't belong in there with him. It's crazy. By the time Fatinator and Hey It's Fran came around, I started falling asleep. I had to work earlier on in the day yesterday. Performance ratings for individual fights are here from Lucky. Lucky still doing God's work. Man, some guys got a 5 out of 10, a 4 out of 10 for Demo. That's crazy. Well, listen. If Demo's still here, don't take it personally, brother. That was, you know, you didn't give too much time for yourself for this fight, so You know, you give yourself a little bit more time, you prepare more, and you'll be all right. Giving Jinja a 10 out of 10 is not something I necessarily agree with. I think that he just got a chance to fight a demo that just wasn't prepared. You know, that's all that came down to. Lilo, a 4.5 out of 10. If Lilo lost by decision like I think he did, well, I don't think it's necessarily a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that could be a little bit higher, but he did lose. He did lose. Let's see. What else? What else do we have, guys? I think guys, I think that's basically it. I think that's the end of our show. That's the end of our show for today. It's gone on longer than usual. That's all right. It is what it is. GP says, great show. Appreciate you, GP. I appreciate you, everybody who's come out, who's given me the follow, who has given me your time. Your time is very precious, and that is something that I'm very thankful for. PT104 is not going to be next week. PT is taking a break. So that is giving everybody some time to work on their game. I'm looking forward to PT104 coming back the following week, I believe. We have UFE, ECA, OFC co-promotional tournament starting next Saturday, and again the following Saturday. So tune in for that. That's going to be insane. Yeah, thank you again, everybody, for showing up. Yeah, we do have SBC next Sunday, so that will be fun. I will be commentating. I will be competing as the main event against PSN, my newest mod. Don't miss it. That will be on Swaggy Dr. Kush's channel. Yeah, we will be back next week with another show. Same time. Yeah, about 9 a.m. CST. Yeah, that's right, GP. You missed the announcement, but main event, myself versus PSN. It's gonna be a banger. I was able to solidify my chance with him with the TBE fight, which is still up on the channel, I think. I don't know if it's published or not. I think it's on the channel. Anyway, I believe that we'll be bringing Lucky on the show next week if we can get him. Still trying to get Humble. I believe that he might be available. We will also be trying to reconnect with Big Dink Zinc from the ZFC. We'll see if we can get him on the show. A lot coming up. So thank you once again, everybody, for being here with me, for supporting me. Your support is so appreciated. Yeah, that's it, man. We're done. We're out. I think Swaggy, are you on? Are you on right now? Can I raid you, Swaggy? Swaggy, you're the man, baby. No, Swaggy, you. Let's see, raid. Damn it, Swaggy. Is Jay on? Who's on? Dude, I don't have anybody on right now. Nobody's on. God damn it, you guys. He's making nut butter. Yeah, Swaggy's busy. Okay, so Swaggy's busy at work. Oh, okay, Dark is on. Oh, and you know what? UFC Global is on. The GFC is on. Let's see. Billy? Sure, let's raid Billy. Billy T? Is he on? Is Billy T on? I don't see him. I don't see him. So we're going to. Oh, Billy T's. Yeah, there he is. There we go. All right, everybody. We are going to raid Billy T's stream. Thank you again. I love you all. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place, same channel. Peace, baby.
Legends, go show some fucking love, dude. Jedi raid, dude. Jedi raid, let's go. How are we, my lads? Gods, what's good, my bro? Good to see you, homie. Alright, so we're now